All of us are aware of the huge genocide that was conducted in Sri Lanka. What happened in Lanka was not merely a genocide. The Tamils who were killed were brutally tortured in many inhuman ways by the Lankan army. The native Tamils of Lanka had just asked for their rights in a peaceful manner. But persistent state-sponsored communal riots were unleashed and unimaginable atrocities were committed upon them. The trauma of those painful events forced the Tamil people to take up an armed struggle and start a rebellion. Not just armed soldiers, but even a common people were subjected to the communal genocide. We were unable to digest the truth that this ruthless genocide was executed by a Buddhist government. The young man in this picture is Master Jawahar, who found out the answer to this puzzle. He found out the root cause and truth behind the cruel, barbaric behavior of the people who apparently followed Buddhism. A religion whose prime motto is love is God. When there was a war waging in Lanka, he was an innocent little boy. In 2009, he started his engineering studies. When the government of India was about to execute the death sentence to 3 Tamils, namely Murugan, Santhan, Pererivalan, there was a great emotional uproar in Tamil Nadu at that time. Jawahar, who came to know about the Elam massacres, experienced a deep, unbearable sorrow. When the Tamil activist Sengodi offered herself to fire to save the lives of 3 Tamils, Jawahar was deeply disturbed and declared to his mother, "My sister is dead there, you should not cook today." Due to his deep agony, he was unable to pass his exams. He completely immersed himself in the problems of Elam and had been spending all his time delving into the problems of Elam. He had been operating his Facebook account in the name Isaipriya's Thambi, means Isaipriya's younger brother, which shows his deep love for his Tamil community. As a result of his strong perseverance, he was able to find out the answer to the deep puzzling question which was mentioned earlier. And that was, the governing body in Sri Lanka was neither Buddhist nor ethnic Sinhalese. They are in fact the descendants of ethnic Telugus who went to rule Sri Lanka as an invader in the past. They had purposefully hidden their true identities as ethnic Telugus, had been posing like Buddhist and Sinhalese to the natives to keep power to themselves. It was them, the Telugus, who committed the barbaric genocide upon Tamil people. That's why they used to visit the Hindu temples in India like the one at Tirupati regularly. Jawahar had great regards and respect towards Tamizhar Ulagam, and he continuously shared all his research findings with us. Based upon his findings, Tamizhar Ulagam released 2 breakthrough videos. Concerned about his individual safety, Tamizhar Ulagam had not revealed the truth about his contributions in those videos. Tamizhar Ulagam advised him to share his findings only with the trustworthy persons and not to divulge his findings to anyone else. Today, he is no more with us. The unexpected death of this magnanimous researcher is indeed a great, incomparable loss to our Tamil community. Based on his path-breaking and incredible findings, this extremely important documentary was made, and we dedicate this to him. Jawahar, whose memory still lives on, was a beautiful bud whose life withered before it had blossomed. Kandy Nayakhs, the hidden history of Tamil Elam, rise of Tamil Desiyam, who executed the genocide in Elam. Why did they do this? What are we going to do? To find out the answer to these questions, let us turn our attention to our hidden Tamil history. The land comprising the present-day Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka, and the huge landmass in the south that had submerged in the ocean due to natural calamities 12,000 years ago, together had been called as Kumarikandam. The inhabitants of Kumarikandam, who spoke Tamil, the first language of mankind, had been living there from prehistoric Paleolithic times. The very first magnificent parental civilization consisting of 49 countries rose and was ruled by Tamil god kings. Due to an enormous natural catastrophe of a deluge, Kumarikandam underwent unimaginable destruction, and the survivors who belonged to the parent continent went to various parts of the world in large ships. They settled in different continents and later created civilization in those respective regions. Slowly they evolved into different races and ethnics. One parent language diversified into several languages, and people required separate identities depending on the region which they settled. While in Tamilagam and Sri Lanka, Tamils continued to rule their land. In 543 BC, a North Indian prince named Vijayan came by ship to a place near Talaimanar in Elam. The truth was that people in the ship, Vijayan and 700 friends, had been thrown out from their homeland. This Vijayan was actually the son of King Simhavahu, who had been ruling Bengal and Kalinga regions. As Vijayan had been creating chaos and confusing his father's kingdom, he and his comrades had been expelled from their homeland. As soon as Vijayan came to Elam, he first married a Tamil princess Kuvaini. After a few years, he married the daughter of a Pandyan kingdom who had been ruling in Madurai, says the Mahavamsam or the Great Chronicles of Ceylon. All the 700 men who had came along with him married women in the same Pandyan kingdom. The North Indian prince had the habit of calling himself Singam, meaning lion. As they were the descendants of Simhavahu, they called themselves as Sinhalese. Therefore, Sinhalese are a mixture of Tamil ethnic and North Indian ethnic. Thus, Tamil language mixed with North Indian Prakritic and Pali languages became the language of the Sinhalese. When Vijayan visited Elam, Buddhism was not widespread as a significant religion. In the 3rd century BC, during the reign of Ashoka, the Maurya Emperor of India, Buddhism was announced as a state religion. Being fascinated by the principles of Buddhism, King Ashoka converted to Buddhism and spread the religion in all 4 directions of the Mauryan Empire. That's how Buddhism was brought to Sri Lanka. Historically, there was never any communal tension between Tamils and Sinhalese. From the year 2005 BC till 161 BC, the Chola king Yellalan ruled the country. The battle between King Yellalan and the Sinhalese prince Duttakamani was indeed a significant war of great historical importance. The King Yellalan ruled the northern side of Lanka, which was owned by Tamils. The southern part of the land was owned by the Sinhalese king Kavanadesan. His son was Prince Duttakamani. Chola King Yellalan was the great king who erected, hoisted, and let the tiger flag fly high in Anuradhapuram, the capital city of Tamils. The Sinhalese king had no intention of waging war against Chola king, but his son Duttakamani acted against his father's decision. His original name was Kamini. Disobeying the orders of his father, he misbehaved, causing injustice in all his evil deeds. He was given the title Dutta, meaning full of vices, along with his name Kamini. Against the will of his father, he took a huge army and confronted King Yellalan in Anuradhapuram. On the way to Anuradhapuram, he had defeated 31 Tamil feudal lords, says Mahavamsam. From this, we come to understand and conclude that under Chola King Yellalan, regions in Elam was ruled by many Tamil chieftains. This is also a strong evidence to provide that original native inhabitants of Lanka were only Tamils. The young-aged Duttakamani openly invited the king Yellalan, much elder to him, to war. Accepting the challenge, the Chola king, riding an elephant, bravely confronted Duttakamani face to face on the battlefield. In this field, a spear with a poisoned edge was thrown upon the king Yellalan, and thus he was defeated. Though the Sinhalese won the battle, there occurred no genocide. The Tamil community did not undergo any kind of attack at that time. Duttakamani, who won the battle, saluting the bravery of King Yellalan, erected a pillar of memorandum in the place where he was defeated. He spontaneously ordered in the same place that all his descendant kings must pay their tribute and honor to Yellalan's memorial pillar. The battle between Tamil kings and the Sinhala prince was a battle of dharma. The dharmic principles and the ethics of battle were closely followed. Women, old people, and children were not killed. Buddhism has taught him principles of peace and harmony, and hence Duttakamani had waged a war in a dharmic way, just wanting to win the consequent. He never had attempted the genocide of Tamil people. Another great example of good relationship that existed between Tamils and the Sinhalese was the great Chera king Sengutuvan. The Chera king Sengutuvan honored the queen of chastity Kannagi and built a temple to offer tributes to her. Even he celebrated it as a festival. It's important to know that the Sinhala king Gajabahu, who took part in that holy festival, highly fascinated by the story of Kannagi Perimbatiyar, King Gajabahu wished to build one such temple for Kannagi in his country. Gajabahu got one of the Kannagi's anklets and some of her other jewels from the Chera king and returned to his country. Having carrying that one anklet and other jewels over his head, he built a temple for Kannagi named Pattini Amma. From that day onwards till today, if at all there was one deity whom Tamils and Sinhalese worship together, that was the Kannagi. Even though they belonged to different communities, spoke different languages, the Tamils and Sinhalese had been living in unity without any communal hatred. History of Sri Lanka. Glorious rule of Tamil Pandyas. Later in time, the king Sadayavarman Sundarapandian I established the Pandya Empire. In Lanka, he captured all Tamil lands which were lost in earlier days and joined all those lands with his powerful empire. After him, his son Maravarman Kulasegara Pandian came to throne. From 1268 AD to 308 AD, Kulasegara Pandian steered his country towards prosperity during the Golden Age. Under the great rule of Kulasegara Pandian, Sri Lanka was wealthy and splendid empire. Under the governance of the great empire, they called the kings with the title of Arya Kula Chakravartigal. Tamils ruled Lanka with Yalpanam as their capital. The significant theme to be noted is that in all the wars, the Cholas and Pandyas fought against the Sinhalese. There had been no genocide and war crimes on both sides. The principal intention of both armies was just to recapture the lands which were captured by their enemies previously. After the death of King Maravarman Kulasegara Pandian I, a quarrel rose between his sons, Prince Sundara Pandian and Prince Veera Pandian, for the inheritance of the great empire. Due to this, the great Pandyan Empire gradually lost its power. As the Pandyan Empire lost its strength, all the kings who are called Arya Chakravartigal has announced themselves as independent rulers. With a separate flag of their own and governed Elam for almost 350 years. The army commander Kulasekaran Singarayan was previously sent by Maravarman Kulasegara Pandian with the purpose of restoring and recapturing Yalpanam city. Army commander Singharayan's descendants were the kings with Arya Chakravarti title, with their flag containing the symbols of a bull, a right-handed conch, a crescent moon and the sun. They self-governed their respective territories independently. The 18 rulers, who were titled as Arya Chakravartigal, meritoriously ruled Lanka with Nallur in Yalpanam as their capital city. During their reign, importance was given to the growth of Tamil language. They had been ruling the country following the principles of Tamil Samayam or Sivagam. The Murugan temple in Nallur and Sivan temple in Tiruvannamalai was restored, and Aindham Thamizhar flourished magnificently and had reached its pinnacle, filled with wealth and prosperity. In the year 1377 AD, Vijayanagara Vaduga king Kumara Kambanan came forward saying that he would free Madurai from the clutches of Muslim Sultanate. But after capturing Madurai, he cunningly annexed the whole Pandyan kingdom with his Vijayanagara kingdom. With the help of Siringeri Sangaracharya, the Vadugas, Hariharan and Bukkan founded and established the Vijayanagara Empire. Kumara Kambanan was the son of this Bukkan. In every region he invaded and captured, he appointed only Telugus as representatives to rule those areas. There were ruthless mercenaries called Kammavar Vadugas, who existed in Vijayanagara army. Who were these Vadugas? In the Indian subcontinent, between the areas of Vindhya mountain and Venkata hills were dense forests. In ancient Tamil literature, this place had been mentioned as Molipeyar Desam. The ethnic Tamils had called the people dwelling in those forest areas as Vadugas. As Molipeyar Desam was situated in north of Tamil country, they had been called as Vadakars, meaning tribes of the north. In later period, it deformed to Vadugar. The main occupation of this Vadugar had been hunting. They used deadly dogs to help with their hunting. Due to this reason, they had been known as Kadanai Vetuvar or Kadanai Vadugar. They had no moral life and had no training in traditional ethical warfare. They had been using dogs for hunting and robbery. Occasionally, they worked as mercenaries. These Vadugars, skilled in savage attacks and brutal assassinations, had been mobilized against the Muslim invaders by Siringeri Sankaracharya. In South India, it was these Vadugars who played a major role in Vijayanagara force and had been involved in all the battles against the Muslim forces. These Vadugars acted as a slave of Brahmin Jews to drive the Muslim rulers out of South India and massacred Muslims wherever they saw them. As a reward to the genocide of Muslims in South India, the title Kshatriyan has been bestowed on Vadugars by Siringeri Sankaracharya. After the defeat of Muslims, building on that victory, the Vijayanagara Empire was formed. The first Vijayanagara Vaduga king was Hariharan. The style and governance of Vijayanagara regime was that of a brutal and tyrannical military regime. Land holdings of most Tamil people were forcibly confiscated. The land were subdivided into many palayams and representatives were appointed for each palayams. Telugu Vadugas tortured and ruled Tamils by appointing Dandanayakans for each village and Amaranayakans for each palayam, atrociously collecting heavy taxes from native Tamils, destroying the traditional local administrative system created by Tamil kings. The Telugu Vadugar kings persecuted Tamil people, leaving heavy taxations through Palayapattu system. As the whole of North India was under the control of Muslim kings, this Vadugar state was created by Siringeri Sankaracharya exclusively to protect and safeguard Brahmanism through the Vijayanagara domain. Most of the Sanskrit literature of Hindu mythology was written only during Vijayanagara period. The Vaduga king Krishnadevarayan, who had been the greatest Brahmin Jews foot soldier, had composed many devotional mythical stories. In 1529 AD, Krishnadevarayan sent Viswanatha Nayakan, son of Madurai Pradhani Nagama Nayakan, to fight against his own father, who had revolted against Krishnadevarayan. After suppressing and defeating Nagama Nayakan, Vishwanatha Nayakan captured and took hold of Madurai and later gained independence from Vijayanagara Empire. The Madurai Nayak kingdom was formed as a separate country under the head of Telugu Vadugan Vishwanatha Nayakan. When the whole of Tamil Nadu comes under the control of Vadigas, ethnic Tamil priests were forcibly evicted from all the temples of Tamil Nadu. Vijayanagara kings gave importance only to the immigrant Vadiga Brahmins. The Vijayanagara kings expelled Tamil from the temples of Tamil Nadu. Sanskrit replaced the native language Tamil. For example, one Telugu Vadigan named Ramapayan, the general of Thirumalai Nayakan army, drew out the ethnic Pulipani Chittar priest out of most sacred Palni Murugan temple and appointed Vadigar Brahmins. These Tamil priests who were of Paraiyar community were expelled from many temples, underwent untouchability and suffered many atrocities by foreign Vadiga Brahmins. The Madurai Nayak regime forcefully grabbed all the lands of Tamil peasants Mallas and made them slaves and bonded laborers. The Tamil community was forced to live as prisoners under Telugus in their own homeland. Tamils lost their freedom for everything. Their right to speech, right to own property, even the right to wear shirts. Just like the way Pandya kingdom was enslaved with Madurai as its capital, Tiruchi Nayakan, Tanjai Nayakan, Senji Nayakan and Velu Nayakan brought the rest of Tamil Nadu under their rule too. Priority was given only to immigrant communities like Vadiga Brahmin Jews and Saurashtras who were brought from North India, bringing in more barbaric Vadigas like Kamavar, Sillavar, Rajakambalam, Gavara, Kanjam, Totti Nayakan, Balija Nayakan into Tamil's motherland. Tamil people were completely oppressed and enslaved. In 1564 AD, Kumara Krishnappa Nayakan, son of Vishwanatha Nayakan, who ruled Madurai, mobilized a large force of 20,000 soldiers from Madurai, invaded Sri Lanka, defeated Sinhalese Kandy kingdom and captured it. He handed over the captured Kandy kingdom to his brother-in-law Vijayagopala Nayakan, says the Telugu book Sinhala Deepakada. Most of the soldiers in Kumara Krishnappa Nayakan's army were savage mercenaries belonging to Telugu Kamar sector, brutally assassinated the Sinhala king and the soldiers of Kandy kingdom. They captured and took over the whole of Kandy under their domain. Once they captured it, the first job the Telugu Vadigas did was to snatch and take possession of the sacred tooth of Buddha from Sinhalese. According to Sinhalans' traditional beliefs, those who possessed the tooth of Buddha would be the ones who deserved to rule Sri Lanka. These Telugu Vadigas came to know about this belief and had cunningly looted the sacred tooth of Buddha from the Sinhalese and brought it to Kandy. The Telugu Nayak rulers of Tamil Nadu helps Vijayagopala Nayak of Kandy Nayak kingdom during wars with the British and the Dutch. The troops from Tamil Nadu that was sent to Kandy also helped them to oppress and take control of the locals, mainly the Sinhalese. Vijayagopala Nayakan and all the kings who succeeded him continuously established and strengthened their bilateral relationship by marrying the women from royal families of Tamil Nadu Nayakan rulers or from Telugu Zamindars. In this lineage, Veera Narendra Singhan, the king of Kandy, was left without a male heir. Earlier, he had married the daughter of Pitti Nayakan, the Zamindar of a Palayam in Madurai Nayakan kingdom. Taking advantage of the absence of male heir, his Telugu brother-in-law, the son of Pitti Nayakan, with the help of his queen sister, ascended the Kandy throne. From 1759 AD, he started ruling Kandy with the Sinhala name Vijayaraja Singalan. In the year 1736 AD, the armies of Madurai Nayaks lost their territory and were defeated by the allied force of British and Arcot Nawabs. As Queen Meenachi has no issue to rule the country, Madurai kingdom was came to an end. During the same period, the rest of the Nayaks, Tiruchi Nayaks, Tanjore Nayaks, Velu Nayaks and Senji Nayak kingdoms also came to an end. Tamil Nadu was caught in the clutches of Islamic Nawabs and the English company authorities. In this situation, the Telugu kings in Kandy realized a practical problem, that they being minority Telugus would no longer receive any military assistance from Tamil Nadu. So to retain their rule in Kandy, they drafted a cunning plan. The Vadigar kings cleverly decided to adopt Buddhism and Sinhala language to pretend to be the native Sinhalese. So these Vadigars, to hide their true Telugu identity, conveniently adopted Buddhism and started using Sinhala names and continues to rule Kandy. The Telugus converted more and more Telugu Vadigars into Buddhist monks. In this way, they had brought Sri Lanka's Buddhism completely under their control. All the Telugu Nayak royal families of Tamil Nadu who wanted to save their lives from Britishers chose Kandy for a safe haven and settled there comfortably. After the reign of Queen Meenakshi, Bangaru Thirumalai, a Telugu commander in the army, wanted to claim the Madurai throne, but he realized that he would not be able to confront the allied armies of English and Arcot Nawabs together. So he changed his decision. At that time, an opportunity knocked at this door. The Telugu king Vijayaraja Singhan, who had been ruling Kandy, attained marriageable age and wanted a bride from royal family in Madurai. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Bangaru Thirumalai made arrangements to marry the daughter of this maternal cousin, Narayanappa Nayakan, to the king of Kandy Vijayaraja Singhan. To make the marriage arrangements, Narayanappa Nayakan and his two sons went to Kandy and they settled there permanently. Later they also adopted Buddhism and started living in that place. In the year 1747 AD, Vijayaraja Singhan died without a male heir. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Narayanappa Nayakan crowned his elder son as the next king of Kandy. Kirthiraja Singhe, who ascended the throne in 1747, campaigned for the revival of Telugu Buddhism. Raja Singhe took brides from Palayams of Tamil Nadu and the families of the remaining Thanjore Nayakhs. Kirthiraja Singhe's reign ended in 1882. Kirthiraja Singhe's brother ascended the throne as he has no male heir. He ruled over the name of Rajadiraja Singhan and maintained the dominance of the Telugu Vadigas. Rajadiraja Singhe married Mubindarama, a woman from Palayam near Madurai. As Rajadiraja Singhe also died without a male heir, Kannusami Naidu, the nephew of Mubindarama, ascended the throne. Born in Madurai, Kannusami Naidu was crowned king of Kandy in 1798 as Vikrama Raja Singhan. He was the last king of Kandy. He became a king at an early age and was declared by the people to be an irresponsible tyrant. He too married a Telugu woman named Venkatarangammal, just like his ancestors. The monarchy of Ceylon came to an end after the fall of Kandy to the British in 1815. The British arrested Kannusami Naidu and imprisoned him at Velur Fort. The last four kings of Kandy belonged to Telugu Nayak dynasty, born in Tamil Nadu. Tamil was the official language of Kandy, as the Tamils of Sri Lanka were native from time immemorial. As the Telugu Nayaks had gone from Tamil Nadu, it became easier for them to rule Kandy. From 1564 to 1815, Telugus ruled Kandy. Thousands of Telugus who went to Kandy as soldiers during this period settled there permanently. Telugus adopted the Sinhala language and embraced Buddhism to disguise themselves among the Sinhalese natives. Under the Nayak regime of Kandy, all top administrative and military commanders' posts were given to Telugu Vadigas. They identified themselves as Radala caste. After the fall of Kandy Nayak government, the Telugus were forced to submit to the British. They converted to Christianity to get close to the British. They also betrayed Tamils and ethnic Sinhalese to the British and gained high positions in the government as a result. The Telugus also stole the title of Mudaliyar from the Tamil people and perfected the work of serving the British. Don Spatasena Nayak and Solomon Dayas Bandara Nayak were the ones who held the highest positions looting the title Mudaliyar of Tamils. Their descendants continued to rule Sri Lanka even after the British left the island. Don Stephen Senanayak, a Telugu, was the first Prime Minister of Sri Lanka after independence in 1948. He was the son of Don Spatter Senanayak. All the key ministers in his cabinet were Telugus in Sinhalese grab. It is these Telugus who continuously usurped the rights of Tamils since the day Sinhala gained independence. The Vadugas took up Sinhala racism ideology and Buddhist religious fanaticism to hide their Telugu identities. Telugus turned the ethnic Sinhalese against the native Tamils and the Tamil Islamists and are still reaping political benefits of cheap politics even today. Senanayakhs family is one of the most important political family in Sri Lanka. It was a family that controlled the United National Party of Sri Lanka. After their tenure, this racist party came under the control of another Telugu, Jayawardene. It was Telugu Jayawardene who staged the barbaric ethnic riots against Tamils in July 1983. Another major political party in Sri Lanka is the Bandara Nayak family, who control the Sri Lankan Freedom Party. Solomon West Ridgeway Dayas Bandara Nayak is the son of Solomon Dayas Bandara Nayak, a Telugu who was the puppet of the British. His wife, Sirimavo Ratwate, was a Radala Telugu from the Kandy province. Chandriga Kumaratunga was the couple's daughter. This Telugu political family was responsible for inciting racism against Eelam Tamils and ruled for about 30 years. The Telugu Bandara Nayakhs were the prime cause for the riots against Tamils in Sri Lanka in 1958. In 1964, Telugu Sirivomo Bandara Nayak ordered the deportation of 6 lakh plantation Tamils. Sirivomo Bandara Nayak decided to mercilessly deport lakhs of plantation Tamils who worked hard to create tea estates in Sri Lanka for more than a century and thus were the backbone of the Sri Lankan economy. Even in today's independent Sri Lanka, Vaduga Telugus control not just the Sri Lanka's main ruling and opposing parties, but also the ultra-fascist terrorist Buddhist organization Bodubala Sena. The only job of this organization is to turn the ethnic Sinhalese Buddhist majority against the ethnic Tamil minority and the Tamil-speaking Muslim minority. Due to the fact that the barbaric ultra-minority Telugus are in the guise of Sinhalese, they have convinced the outside world that the attack on Tamils is being carried out by Sinhalese majority. The Telugus have the habit of demolishing the temples of Tamils and building Buddhist viharas in the same place so that the Sinhalese will not identify their true Telugu ethnicities. Because of rampant racism and religious fanaticism, to this today, Sinhalese have not realized that fact that Telugus are ruling Sri Lanka. The citizens living along the west coast of Sri Lanka are the true ethnic Sinhalese. The Sinhala word Karava is derived from the pure Tamil word Karaival Makkal, meaning coastal inhabitants. The real Sinhalese people living in Sri Lanka have never had the opportunity to become the heads of the state in Sri Lanka. Keeping the natives out of power was the main objective of the Telugu despots. The Telugus also disfigured the so-called Mahavamsam, the historical chronicle of Sri Lanka, to suit themselves during the reign of Kandy Nayakhs. They also completely erased the long ancient history of Tamils in Sri Lanka. Vijaya Singhe Mudaliyar, who translated the Mahavamsam into English during the British period, was the first to reveal the fact that the many original manuscripts of Mahavamsa have been missing and that the present day Mahavamsa has been reconfigured many times. In conclusion, from the day Sri Lanka gained independence from the British till present day, the country has been ruled by Telugus posing as Sinhalese. The Senanayakhs family, Bandara Nayakhs family, Jayawardene, Rajasinghe Premadasa, Maitripala Sirisena, Ranil Wickramasinghe and Rajapakse, who massacred Eelam Tamils, are all of Telugu ethnicity. This is the secret reason why Rajapaksa and Sirisena visits the Tirupati Venkatachalapati temple, the favorite deity of Indian Telugus. Vikramasinghe visits Guruvayur Krishna temple, another of the Telugu's favorite deities. Rise of Telugu Dravidianism after independence. We have to face the fact that when more than 1.5 lakh innocent Tamils were brutally massacred in Eelam, the Dravidian party leaders in power in Tamil Nadu made no attempts to bring about a ceasefire in order to protect the Tamil race. We Tamils only then realized the true color of the Dravidian party leaders who claimed to be defender of Tamil race. The Telugus, who lost power in Tamil Nadu during British rule, as enslaved Tamils as poor daily wage farm laborers on the fertility lands seized by their ancestors, the Vijayanagara Vadugas, and survived on that income. Under the Vijayanagara Vaduga regime and the Madurai Nayaka Vaduga regime, the Telugu Vadugas and the Brahmin Jews were united in exploiting the Tamil soil. But after British invaded and captured Tamil Nadu, the influence of Telugus won, and thus the Brahmin Jews sought refugees with the British. The Brahmin Jews were the first community to hold all government posts in British rule. This was when the feud between the Telugus and Brahmin Jews began. The Brahmin Jews also showed their dominance in the Congress party started by the British. The Telugus, who could not tolerate it, started a Justice Party. The Justice Party, which is said to have been started to bring social justice to the non-Brahmins, was started to bring back powers to influence Telugu Zamindars. Realizing that it would be difficult as a minority to bring down the Brahmin Jews hegemons, the Telugus decided to include majority Tamils under the banner of self-respect movement and the Dravidian movement. The work was perfected by E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar. The Tamil commoners who lost their lands and rights were ultimately betrayed by the words of these Telugu Zamindars. In the battle between the invader race of Telugus and Brahmin Jews, the native Tamils were sacrificed. Dravidian is the new fake identity cooked up by the Telugus, who realized that they could not keep Tamils by their side for long by pointing out that only Brahmin Jews were illegal migrants. The Telugus pushed the Tamils into the Dravidian sphere. That is, they lied that all non-Brahmins were the one race called Dravidians. The only purpose to bring the Tamils along with the Telugus, Kannadigas, Malayalis under the same umbrella of Dravidian was only to blatantly hide the fact that Vadugas were two illegal migrants to Tamil lands. Atheism and denial of religion, or the cunning disguise of the Vadugas, could not be done without anti-Hinduism. The Vadugas, who formed the Vijayanagara Empire to protect Hinduism back then, today have fooled all Tamils by opposing the Brahmin Jews in completely opposite atheist grab. It was the Telugu kings who brought untouchability into Tamil Nadu upon the guidance of Shankaracharyas. But the Telugus cunningly thirst and blame on Brahmin Jews only as to who was responsible for untouchability and four-level Varna caste system. Thus the Telugu successfully diverted the Tamils to exploit our forefathers' resource and labor. Telugus blamed only Brahmin Jews for the utter poverty of the Tamil masses. Descendants of the Telugu kings, who were very loyal foot soldiers of the Brahmin Jews, maintained the dominance in Tamil Nadu for their own selfish ends and pretended to be reformers. The fact is that, though they faked themselves as feminists, they were hell-bent on degrading women in many ways and also exploited women by marrying them with huge age gaps. Not only that, they maintained the secret alliance with Brahmin Jews. All this was a covered drama of the minority Telugus who deceived the majority Tamils. E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar put forward the demand for the Dravidian nation for a non-existing Dravidian race. Tamils abandoned their Tamil nationalism objectives, believing them. As a result, during the partition of the erstwhile Madras Presidency into linguistic states, all the lands belonging to motherland Tamil Nadu were ceded to next door neighbors. Tiruvandrum, Neyyatrangarai, Nedumangadu, Idukki, Peermade, Palakkad, where the areas were ceded to Kerala, Bangalore and Kolar fields to Karnataka, and Venkatam, Chittoor and Nellore regions to Andhra. When the linguistic states were formed, there were movements called Samyukta Karnataka, United Kerala, Great Andhra Pradesh by the non-Tamils to seize the lands of the Tamils. But the Tamils fell for the treacherous Dravida Nadu agenda, which led to all the lands belonging to the Tamils being squandered by the strangers. The only relief was that Tirthani and Kanyakumari districts were acquired back, but only at the cost of Tamil activists, lives like Maposi and Marshal Nesamani. Acting as though fighting for justice for Tamil race, the leaders of the Dravidian movement abandoned Tamil Nadu at cruel times. These Dravidian leaders are solely responsible for the river problems of today's Tamil Nadu. The trick that the Telugu Annadurai brought to deceive the Tamils was the drama and the movie craze. The day we got mesmerized in the illusion of Tamil cinemas was the day Tamil slipped out of Tamil ownership. Annadurai, Karunanidhi, M.G. Ramachandran, Jayalalitha were not ethnic Tamils. Moreover, Telugus like Gopalasamy Naidu and Vijayakant Naidu started their own Dravidian parties to rise politically. Even the leadership of the Congress party that was in the power at the time of killing the Tamil people in Eelam was a Telugu. Not just the Dravidian party leaders, even the Marxist community party leaders are also Telugus. The Telugus who forcibly confiscated the land of Tamil people during the Palayapattu regime are now pretending to be benign and taking communist ideology, pretending to oppose the ruling class. The real aim of these Telugu communist leaders is to protect the millions of acres of Vadagar Hill farmland in Tamil Nadu. The Palayapattu regimes of Vadagars is the root cause of the poverty of the landless Mallar and Paraya Tamil communities. But this fact has been bluntly concealed by the communist leaders who for almost 50 years has been pushing for a single slogan to eliminate American imperialism, just to divert all the struggles of native Tamil people. Never ever has a Dalit has been elected as a leader in the All India Communist Politburo till today. This shows their true colors. They have been turning the ethnic problem in Tamil Nadu into a class problem. An example of this is the Keelvanmani Tamil massacre of 1968. In the village of Keelvanmani, a Telugu zamindar named Gopalakrishna Naidu burnt alive 44 people of Malla community living on his land as agricultural laborers. Most of them were women and children. The rule of Telugu Annadurai had given Gopalakrishna Naidu the guts to act so brutally that he burnt Tamils alive. This is the blatant racist act committed by minority Telugus. But to this day, the story is being told as a clash between the bourgeoisie and the working class. There is a malicious intention behind this proclamation that it is a clash issue. If the prograjis exploit the workers of the same race, then it is a clash issue. But all the major employers and business owners in Tamil Nadu are Telugus, and all the workers are Tamil sons of the soil. How can this be a class problem? The Telugus pretend to be communists over selfishness only because they are well aware that Mallas and Parayas will revolt against Telugus if the atrocity of their regime are exposed. The Communist Party has turned into a camp for the Naidu landlords. The Communist Party of Tamil Nadu tread on a good path when Tamil stalwarts like Ayya Singara Velanar and People's Leader Jivanandam led the party. But that party became a Naidu Sangam the very day it taken over by the Telugus. Thus the Telugus have the ruling party, the opposing party, left party under their control. They are staging a propaganda called elimination of the caste only in Tamil Nadu so that Tamils do not recognize them as Telugus. Without a caste title, it is difficult for the natives to recognize who is Tamil and who is Telugus. Telugus even changed their real name to suit the Tamil identity. Due to this, Tamils did not realize the fact that the ruling class in fact were Telugus. The Telugus of Madurai Nayak descent, who have long been the racial enemies of the Tamils, cloaked themselves in Dravidian disguise for retaining political power with themselves. Similarly, Telugus of Nayaka dynasty of Kandy are disguised as Sinhalese in Sri Lanka. It is the Telugus who defeated and enslaved the Tamils in Tamil Nadu and Eelam. Gopalasamy Naidu stood among commoners in remote villages to lecture on Greek and Roman history, but he never utters a word about the crypto-Telugu rule in Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka. His deepest fear is that the truth will be revealed about his and his race identity. Had the Telugu wished, they could have cooperated in forming an independent Tamil Eelam, but Telugus in the likes of Gopalasamy Naidu and Kovai Ramakrishnan Naidu stabbed the LTTE in the back by pretending to help the LTTE, knowing very well that it is the Telugu race that rules Sri Lanka. The genocide of Tamils would never have happened if the Telugu ruling class in Tamil Nadu directed the Telugu ruling class in Sri Lanka righteously. But they deliberately did not find the solution due to their prevailing deep-rooted racist attitude. The Telugus were aided and masterminded by the Brahmin Jews, the original arch enemies of the Tamils. The Brahmin Jews, who are a minority in numbers, gauging that they could not defeat the majority Tamil themselves, had been taking the help of Vaduga kings in overthrowing the Tamils of this land. Be it the Mauryan Empire under Chanakyan or the Vijayanagara government under Siringeri Sankaracharya, though the invaders against the Tamils were Telugus, the instigators of the invasion were the Brahmin Jews. After the end of the Vijayanagara rule of Hampi, the Brahmin Jews who came to Tamil Nadu as refugees were supported by Telugu Nayak rulers. The Telugu Nayaka kings established a Sankaramadam in Kanchi exclusively for those Brahmin Jews. The hidden truth behind is that the Kanchi Sankaramadam is exclusively for Kannada and Telugu speaking Brahmin Jews. But the Sankaramadam Brahmin Jews spread a blatant lie that Adi Sankara created this monastery in 8th century AD. Kannada or Telugu speaking Brahmin Jews have been seated at the headquarters for this 400 years old Kanchi Sankaramadam ever since. Kanchi Sankaracharya was a Kannada Brahmin who denounced the Tamil language as Neecha Bhashai or filthy language. There is no difference between Kannada Vadugan and Telugu Vadugan, as Kannada and Telugu are the twin languages born at the same time. The province of Travancore, formed under the guidance of the Nambudiri Jews, was no exception. The Nambudiri Jews were the ones who decidefully killed Chera kings and came to power. The Nambudiri are the mixed race of Nambudiri Jews and Vaduga barbarians. As a matriarchal society, these Vaduga Nayakhs too have unleashed atrocities and oppression against the Tamils in Travancore. Even though many communities were affected, the Nadar community was the most affected community. Vaduga Brahmin Jews of Tamil Nadu brought untouchability and claimed shamelessly that if one touches a Tamil, he will get polluted. Going a step even further, Travancore Nambudiri Jews claim that even one sees a Tamil, he will get polluted. In addition, the Nambudiri Jews enacted brutal and cannibalistic laws forbidding Tamil women from wearing tops to cover their breasts and persecuted women by charging barbaric taxes such as milk tax and breast tax. The Vaduga Nayakhs were the accomplices of the Nambudiri Jews in such ruthless acts. The implementation of these repressive laws and untouchability policies introduced by the Brahmin Jews in Tamil Nadu was in fact done by the Telugu Vaduga Nayakhs. Even today, the Telugu Vadugas and Brahmin Jews secret allies continues behind the scenes. Evera, who pretended to oppose the Brahmin politics only to deceive the Tamils, took all the important decisions of his life with the advice of the Vaduga Brahmin Jews, Rajaji. Karnanidhi, who hailed from atheist Dravida Pasarai, never showed a single protest against the religious, theistic beliefs of his family members. Gopalasamy Naidu and Vijayakant Naidu, who ran the Dravidian parties, did not hesitate to form political alliance with the Brahmin Jews, Jayalalitha. We must remember at this time that Brahmin Jews like Cho Ramasamy and Subramania Swamy publicly supported the DMK in 1996 elections. We Tamils can deduce why the Eelam massacre was hidden from the Tamil people by Brahmin Jews enemies in the medias like N. Ram and Cho Ramasamy. But the Elam genocide was bluntly covered up even by the powerful medias run by Dravidian leaders. The Telugu Vadigas and Brahmin Jews are fierce competitors in annihilating Tamils. This venomous Vadiga Brahmin nexus has been in operation since the Vijayanagara regime. Ramapayan was the army commander of Kandy Nayakhs. Ramapayan expelled all the Tamil priests at the Palani Murugan temple and appointed his own people, the Vadiga Brahmin Jews. Subramaniya Swami, the arch enemy of Tamils today, is the direct heir of the Brahmin Jews army commander, Ramapayan. Swami himself revealed this fact on the internet. Today, the Vadiga Brahmin coalition, which accepts the rights of Tamils during the Madurai Nayak tyrannical regime, has come to destroy the Tamils in another disguise. Subramaniya Swami is the mastermind who helped Rajapaksa to annihilate the Elam Tamils. Subramaniya Swami, the grandson of Ramapayan, is directing Rajapaksa, the heir of Kandy Nayakhs, just as Ramapayan worked for the Madurai Thirumalai Nayak. Subramaniya Swami is working hard to ensure that no international war crimes trial is held by Rajapaksa. It is noteworthy that he and the fake preacher Chandra Swami were prime suspects in the famous Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. This Subramaniya Swami, who masterminded the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, laid the blame on the LTTE instead and plotted to destroy them with the help of the world powers. The Brahmin Jews living in India are well aware that the rulers of Sri Lanka are of Kandy Nayak descendant. Cho Ramasamy and N. Ram of Hindu magazine, the descendants of the Brahmin Jews who held high position in Vijayanagara Empire, have been very careful not to let these facts reach the Tamil people. This is the background to Rajapaksa's government nexus with Subramaniya Swami, who had not held key position in Indian government or any other party back then. All Dravidian businessmen and politicians in Tamil Nadu are playing the role of opposing Rajapaksa only to deceive the Tamil people. They know that the fact that the Sri Lankan ruling class is their Telugu race. Telugu politicians Rajapaksa and Sirisena are the first to be honored at the Tirupati because they are the heroic heirs of the Kandy Nayakhs. According to Dravidian ideology, Indian officials like Siva Sankara Menon, M.K. Narayanan, Nirupama Menon, Vijay Nambiyar, J.N. Dexite from the state of Kerala, who assisted the Rajapaksa government in conducting the Elam genocide, are Dravidians too. Vadiga Nayakhs are not of Dravidian race, but they are the ones who were busy killing Elam Tamils because they are descendants of Nambudiri Brahmin Jews, using title like Menon or Nambiyar. Both Vadigas and Brahmin Jews have always been arch enemies of Tamils. Dravidian ideology has hidden all these facts from us. The fact that Telugus rule in Sri Lanka under the guise of Sinhalese is suppressed from Tamils. Dravidian ideology claims that the Sinhalese are descendants from Aryans who invaded North India, while Brahmin Jews spread irrational false legends, absence myths and superstitious beliefs through Hinduism. Dravidam ideology has blunted the thinking capacity and rationality of the Tamils by force-feeding movies, free-flowing state-sponsored alcohol on the Tamil natives, and transforming Tamils into freeloaders and beggars, expecting freebies even for festivals like Pongal. The Telugus allowed thousands of Marwaris into Tamil Nadu and offered the market of Tamil Nadu to the Marwaris on the silver platter. Dravidam lectured atheism only to Tamils. There was no opposition from the Telugus to Holi, the main festival of the Marwaris. Dravida Telugus are continuously offering special concessions and benefits to Marwaris to buy their votes. After the continuous huge blows to the Tamil race, Tamil stands as orphans with no political power in their own homelands. Dravidam has already created artificial caste and religious differences through their media to prevent Tamils from uniting. Even if all the students come together and wage a massive protest, the Telugu politicians with Dalit and Marxist ideologies will barge in and make the protest pointless. Dravidans were busy slandering the youth, even though they protested peacefully, and many even sacrificed their lives for the Elam Tamils. even as the descendant of Kandy Nayakhs were exploiting Tamils for a long time. Recently, another dominant Telugu faction, the Reddys, is trying to compete with them for the political power. The idea of winning the election of the Film Actors Union first and gaining popularity among the people and then entering into direct Tamil Nadu politics and seizing power in Tamil Nadu has been the tactic of the South Indian film industry for a long time. After Indian independence, the cinema industry was the weapon used by Vadugans to bring down the Tamil race. As if this is not enough, they call the Arundhati Telugus as the ancient Tamils and purposefully identify them wrongly as the sons of Tamil soil. The dominant Telugus snatched the livelihoods of the downtrodden Tamils by giving separate internal allocations in reservation to Telugu Arundhatis in education and jobs. The Telugu hegemons are trying to provoke riots between Arundhati Telugus and native Tamils to gain political mileage through it. Most of the people living in the present day state of Kerala are of Tamil ethnicity. In present day Kerala, except the high caste like Nambudiri, Nayars, Menans and Pillais, majority Keralites are of Tamil descendant. But the Dravida Telugus are trying to incite hostility between Keralites and the Tamils of Tamil Nadu. The countries seeking to dominate South Asia like the United States, Britain, China and Israel have long been trying to bring Sri Lanka under their direct control. If Tamils attains much diverse sovereignty, this covert agenda would not be fulfilled. The Elam demand would continue as long as the LTTE functioned. Hence in 2001, the world power decided to wipe out the LTTE. All the militant groups fighting for the liberation of the Tamil nation were branded as terrorists, and the world powers readied themselves to attack them. India helped the world powers a great deal to achieve its own deeply malicious objective. The Brahmin Jews who ruled India did not want Tamils to have their own country. If the Tamils attains a separate state, citing this reason, many of the nationalities and ethnic groups imprisoned by the Brahmin Jews in the Indian Union will put forward the same demand of a separate state for themselves. Realizing this in advance, the Indian Brahmin Jews were busy plotting to destroy the Elam Tamils and sought the help of 21 countries to destroy the LTTE. Sri Lanka's then Defence Minister Gotabaya Rajapaksa was party to this sinister Indian plot. Judging that the West would dominate South Asia, China came into the picture and was one among those 21 countries. Fearing that its sovereignty would be jeopardized, China also aided the Sri Lankan military to destroy the LTTE. In exchange for aid during the war, China demanded setting up a military base in Rajapakse's hometown of Hambantota and achieved the same. China wants to use this military base in case there is a war with India. Pakistan also helped Sri Lanka for the same purpose. Israel provided the Sri Lankan military with phosphorus bombs and cluster munitions to massacre the Tamil people mercilessly. After the annihilation of the LTTE, Sri Lanka will be subjugated by sold out politicians and Israel will be able to control all trade in South Asia through its puppets in Sri Lanka. The main occupation of the Indian Brahmin Jews is to brand the militants and rebels as terrorists and destroy Tamils as a race and exploit their country. Banking is the preferred occupation of majority Brahmin Jews in India. It is the Brahmin Jews who hold the majority stake in India and thereby controlling the Indian economy. Therefore, India will never help Elam Tamils or agree to conduct referendum. Brahmin Jews have decided that their arch enemy Tamils should not be allowed to compete on the world stage. Dangerous projects like Kudangulam and Kalpakkam atomic power plants, Tanjore methane projects, ONGC gas pipeline projects, foreign breeds of cattle, artificial foods, genetically modified seeds, artificially raised chickens, emphasis on Western luxury living through advertising, movies, TV series and debates that features obscenity are all tools to annihilate ancient Tamil civilizations as part of a structural genocide. The Brahminical Hindu forces in Tamil Nadu and India are bent on covering up the numerous national and ethnic groups Both the Dravidian Telugus ruling Tamil Nadu and the Brahmin Jews ruling India are enemies of Tamils. They have a secret alliance and a common agenda of destroying Tamils. Confused by the Arya Dravidian policies introduced by the British, Tamils lost their right to language, lands and rulership, and finally even their lives and dignity. Above all, Tamils fell from grace on the world stage, and today Vaduga Telugu dominates in all sectors and walks of life in Tamil Nadu. Thousands of Tamils were mercilessly killed in riots in Bangalore, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Many Tamils lost their lives under the rule of the Telugu Naidus, Kerala Nayars and Telugu Nayak rulers of Sri Lanka. A few years ago, Telugu CM Chandrababu Naidu shot dead 20 innocent Tamils who went to work for daily wages. Lankan Telugu shot dead more than 1,000 innocent fishermen in Tamil Nadu who went fishing in Tamil-owned sea waters. The reason why all these people are behaving so brutally is because they know that the non-Tamils are ruling Tamil Nadu. There is no native Tamil leaderships and rulerships in Tamil motherland. The Dravidian parties are embroiled in corruption cases and they are in the grip of the Indian central government run by Brahmin Jews. They could not even raise questions against the incompetency and fallacy of the central government. The first thing we need to do is to organize Tamil nationalism. Also, the indigenous Tamils and Sinhalese of Sri Lanka must realize that all the problems that are happening in Sri Lanka are due to the immigrant Telugus ruling in Sri Lanka. We Tamils have to retrieve our land, resources and wealth back from the foreign invaders and traitors. We have to create an intellectual class which questions all the atrocities of the invaders ruling classes. We Tamils must be united and we have to support genuine Tamil intellectuals and Tamil nationalist voice. A strong Tamil leadership is needed in Tamil Nadu as soon as possible to save our Tamil nation. Let's give all this ample thought and decide the future course.